Hi, I'm Tammy, and I am the Ketocricket. Alright guys, today we are going to make some Fathead pizza dough. There's about a bajillion YouTube videos about this, so you know, I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. If you've never heard of Fathead pizza dough, it is the bomb. So we are going to make the coconut flour version of it. There's one with almond flour, one with coconut flour. No, you cannot substitute almond flour straight across for coconut flour. Coconut flour requires more egg and less. If you use almond flour, a lot of times you don't have to use egg, and it requires more. So what you want to do is preheat your oven to 425. I make this during my lunch break. It's, like I said, very, very fast to make this recipe. It doesn't take that long. And then, of course, it never takes too long to eat pizza because it's delicious. If you don't like this pizza crust, I encourage you to go try some other ones. There's a lot of different types of things that you can try to make pizza dough with. Everybody kind of has their own opinion of what they like. This is a ½ cup measurement, and then it has a ¼ cup measurement inside of it. So I'm just going to use that. And then get down to the line. And then to that, we're going to add 1 ounce of cream cheese. The recipe that I'm giving you calls for 2 tablespoons, which is actually 1 ounce for the entire pizza. So you may be going, wait a minute, I thought she halved it. Why isn't she halving her cream cheese? Because I just like it better with the more cream cheese. So we're just going to microwave that for about a minute. Alright, so you want it to be good and melty. Creams really well. Alright, so you're going to add ½ cup. So I'm kind of lifting this up so you can see it a little bit better. I add my coconut flour first to the cheese ingredients. And kind of mix it, let the cheese cool down a little bit. And then once I feel like it's cool enough, then I will add 1 egg. And then mix it up. And honestly, I normally just kind of start mixing this with my hands. All that, and it's gonna be, it shouldn't, like some people say theirs is really sticky. Maybe because I add the extra cheese, I don't really have that problem. So mine isn't like that. Bloop, bloop, see? It's beautiful, it doesn't stick. So I'm gonna take my dough. And here's the easy part. Just flatten it out. And you can flatten it out to whatever thickness you want. Keep in mind that this will not really rise. So if you like thin crust, then you could roll this out to thin crust. If I was using a roller, I'd definitely put another piece of parchment paper down and use that. So that the dough doesn't stick to the rolling pin, because that's super annoying. Then a lot of people use a fork. I have cooked this many a time without stabbing it, and I've never had any problems. It's fine. So then we're going to put it in the oven, and I like my crust a little bit more done, so we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. So timer. And notice my oven is done. Voila, ready, just in time. Okay, so while our pizza dough is baking in the oven, and notice I did not top it yet, so that's an important step, we're gonna go ahead and make our sauce and get the rest of our ingredients ready. And this is just a Great Value brand sauce. Again, I'm pretty cheap. You wanna make sure that there isn't any type of sugars added. So if we look at the ingredients on here, it is tomato sauce with onions, spices. It has some other things, but there's no sugar. And I want to get all of that out of there. So this is just under a cup of sauce, which it says that right on your ingredients. It says that there are about 3½ servings of a ¼ cup. So that means it's just between 3/4 and 1 full cup of sauce. We are going to do a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and again, Great Value brand Italian seasoning. So we just kind of grind and grind and grind until I think we have about a tablespoon. All right, yay! So after much grinding, you finally get a tablespoon of Italian. And then I'm going to do a tablespoon of granulated garlic. There we go. So 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Grinding your seasonings helps enhance the flavor, but the other thing that enhances flavor of spices is fat. So then we're just gonna stir that up. And obviously this is gonna make a lot. So I will have this on hand for several pizzas and or other ingredients. Like sometimes I'll use a dollop of this on a chicken parmigiana, something like that, but this is just kind of my go-to recipe. Grams. So I put on 25 grams. This is actually some just regular plain old ham that I got from Winco. All right, let's check on our dough. So there's our pizza crust. Isn't it pretty? It's so beautiful. Okay, flip it over. So look how, I like mine to be that color. I don't like it if it's pale. So that's exactly 25 grams. So it's kind of a heaping tablespoon. So here are my 2/3 of a cup of mozzarella. I like to put a nice little base on first, and then I'll top it. Then I can make my pizza, and I can make it pretty, or, you know, I can just top it.
You, me, the birds, the bees, the sun, the moon, the mysteries. Let them go, keep it light. Let's not run out of time.
Check it in 6 minutes. Is delicioso. My mouth is like watering. Ah, melty cheese, come back. Ah. Oh my goodness. But look at that. I gotta show you. Look how that turns out. I mean, it's just like the perfect thickness. And 592 calories for this full meal that you see here, with the salad and the pizza and the toppings, etc. And it is a total of 17 carbs. This is another one of those really filling meals. It'll be delicious. Alright guys, so in my other 2 videos, I did the recipe and then I did the little talking head type video. So I'm going to try something a little different. I'm actually going to post 2 videos this week. So one is the recipe and one will be the information. So that way those of you that just want the recipe can just watch that, and those of you who just want the information, you can just watch that. But truly I'm hoping that you watch both of them. So if this information was great and you appreciate it, like my page, subscribe to my channel. Even if you never ever watch it again, just subscribe to it anyway because it makes me feel like a good person. Alright guys, see you next week.